Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1968 Olivetti Lettera 32 vintage portable typewriter made in Italy. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. So as far as I'm concerned, the Italy production is the best of all time, and the Lettera 32 is the best of Olivetti of all time. And now we'll start with the functions. Up top are the margins from 0 to 5 or so. I'm going to set that left one, and then the right side up to 75. And then this is the paper support arm that flips up from the right side. And this is the paper bail that sits on top and holds the page down. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you flip the switch down 1. Skips 2, 1 more, it skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep it on single and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that all the way down to the bottom. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. If you have it in the middle, it prints nothing but a stencil for copying purposes, and it doesn't waste ink. On the top, it prints black top portion of the ribbon. The king of smooth. If you've seen any of my other videos of the Letteras 32s and the 22s, you'll know that this is the smoothest of all typewriters. Maybe one other typewriter is better than this, and that would be the Hermes 3000. But this is just more compact than that, and it just looks sleeker, very smooth, and it won awards. I don't have to explain that, just Google it. To pull the page out easier, there's a switch on the right side here. Just flip it to the front, and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier. A little thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. We're going to flip these back. Shift on each side and the shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the right. Works good. Tab is this red button here on the right side. And now we don't have any tabs set, so we're going to go ahead and set one where we are right now by flipping this switch out where my thumb is up. Just like that, nice and easy. Hit that red button, it stops at that spot. To clear it, push down on that same lever, and you hit that red button, there's no more tabs. We're going to keep one set in the middle so it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. We're going to flip this back up to blue to print the top portion of the ribbon. And this blank key on the top left is the margin release. You get to the end of the margin. The block, unless you hit that key, and it allows you to go all the way to the end. That works good. Let's go ahead and pop this hood off from the front. All the brand new ribbons loaded on this left side, so it's pulling to the right. And as you can see, it's got these top thumb screws, so that kind of holds the ribbons down. So if you lose these, you're kind of out of luck. You can use generic spools on this model with the thumb screws, with these original thumb screws, but on the 22 you can't. So you need those original spools on the 22. This is your carriage lock. This will lock on accident all the time, causing annoyance. This locks the carriage in the middle, so when you have it in the case, it protects the escapement. You lift it up, it'll free that up. So if you have one of these and you got one that's locked up, just lift it up. Here's the case. It's a leather zip case, and this case actually zips up. A lot of these cases will have busted track, or the zipper falls off, or whatever. This one's good. On the left side, carriage release. Right side, carriage release. Very smooth. This is as smooth as it gets when it comes to typewriters. The Olympia and the Hermes are the smoothest when it comes to carriage. This is actually a lot smoother than the 22. And if you push this lever up to the 0, it'll disable the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You flip it to the 1, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space on this model. Same concept when you push in this button, disables that spacing. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.